All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Business Blueprints. We are on episode 40, and this week we have Robert Davis with what is it? What do we got over there?
R. Davis Mechanical.
R. Davis Mechanical.
Yep.
I appreciate you for coming on, man. I really,
Thanks for
really
having
do.
me.
I've been watching your stuff for a long time, and I think the HVAC world, people don't know. They just don't have a clue. We were just talking about it with inspectors before this, and I think there's a lot about construction that kind of people just don't have any clue, especially on the service side of it.
Right.
So what made you get into HVAC especially? Like, how do you land in something like that when you're making a decision to get into construction?
I was actually in management with Coca-Cola. When that plant closed, they offered to let me go some other places around the country. Nowhere worth packing my life up for.
Sure.
I'm
so they wanted to ship you out of state. Yeah.
Right. And, I'm married, and I was like, man, if we go to Grand Rapids, Michigan, and it doesn't work out, everything is my fault for the rest of our lives.
You're never going to hear the end of it, no doubt. Definitely not going to hear the end of it. Yeah.
Right. So I just start,
That's a tough pill to swallow with the wife.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was in my late 30s at the time, and I was kind of tired of being inside all the time. Yeah. So I started looking into the trades, and back then I used to get really bored. I've opened and sold multiple businesses just for the fun of it.
Yep.
Build it up on the side. Once it gets to a point, sell it to the employees or whatever.
Love it.
But being a little bit older, I had to promise my wife I'd get into something that if I did open another business,
more stable.
I won't sell it again. Yeah. And as I
were all the businesses you sold in the construction realm, or were they just more into
all different? Like when I was younger, I created it started out as a window cleaning company. Then it went from cleaning windows to windows and gutters, garage cleanouts, and it was all exterior stuff. And then I had got to the point where I had more work that I could handle, and so my two guys said they could handle. All right, you could take it. I sold it to them.
Love it.
I had a mobile oil change company where we went on site and did maintenance on your vehicle.
I'd pay for that.
Most people did.
Yeah.
We started out just doing fleet work.
Oh, that's cool.
Comcast, Schwann's, a bunch of limo companies, flower delivery companies, Molly Maids.
Makes sense.
And then what happened, we were doing one of the satellite Comcast offices one day, and the secretary came out and said, hey, can you do mine? The light bulb, boom, like in the cartoons. So then we started offering employee programs where there would be a designated area to park. They'd have a sign-up sheet, and then we'd go in, and this way we weren't there trying to sell them anything extra.
Yeah.
They knew what they were buying and paid for it before we even got there.
Yeah, they sold themselves.
And they never saw us.
Yep.
They would leave their keys and
the
an
best part
envelope at the desk. We'd come in after they got there, go out, do the oil changes, leave their keys and a receipt at the desk.
I'm great. Go with that.
Single women really loved it because, and I didn't, part of the thing, and I did that while I was working at Coca-Cola. And what caused this idea was our secretary was complaining about having to get an oil change.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's the big deal? It's 10 minutes.
She said, if you can get in there.
She goes, maybe for you, I got to go pick up my kid from daycare. Then I got to listen to her scream. Now I got to stop at McDonald's. Now I got to go to the oil change. Then I got some pimply-faced kid trying to sell me stuff that I don't know what it is. And I say yes to everything.
Totally.
She goes, then I leave there. It was $200. And I got home 2 hours later with a cranky kid with ketchup all over her face. And I said, I wonder, what if I could do that here? And I just start looking into it. And here, that's a big business in the West and the South.
Dude.
So I built that up and then I start thinking about, man, do I want to be 50 and crawling under cars in the wintertime in Pittsburgh?
No. Fuck no.
So I asked the guys that were working for me, and they bought it, and they actually moved it, I think, to Akron or somewhere in Ohio.
That's awesome. Cool.
Everything,
I mean, it all integrates. That was my point, is like once you kind of learn the process of business, you can usually integrate it into something else.
Right.
Yeah, that was why I wanted to touch upon that is once you kind of start to figure out a model, you can translate that model into something different.
Exactly.
So now we're into this. So how did that come?
It all starts with drive, though.
Yep.
Well, no matter what business, you have to be driven, and you have to understand that there's going to be a lot of downs, especially early on. And your wife, your significant other, your family, whoever, your support system, they need to understand that too.
Yeah.
Because nothing will stop you from chasing a dream like people you love. You know what I mean?
Telling you you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, you're an idiot. You're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? You could be doing that. You know, hey, yeah, I know you might make money doing this someday, but you could be making money doing this today. You know, but how I got into this is I looked at what's going to not let me be bored.
Amen.
How can I help people?
Okay.
That's the other thing.
Yeah, got you there. Big impact. Huge impact, especially right now.
That and instant gratification.
Yeah.
You know, I go into your house, it's 5 degrees outside, your furnace doesn't work. When I leave your house, you have heat.
It's a huge fucking thing.
You know, so yeah, you make money doing it. You make money doing it, and you feel good.
Yeah. It's a win-win.
Right.
I love it.
Everybody likes to be told they're good, doing good. You know, we all like that pat on the back.
Love
and
it.
you know, we've been fortunate and done business even before we were doing as well as we do now. I made it a point to donate no less than one source of heat to a veteran in need.
That's awesome.
Every year. You'll never see that on the news, stuff like that.
I always like real givers move in silence.
Yeah.
You know, and my mentor of mine always told me, and I've tried to do this for as long as I can, is even no matter where you're at in life or business, there's always somebody doing worse than you.
Yep.
Always.
Yep.
Doesn't matter if you just made your first 5,000.
Yeah.
Somebody's 5,000 in debt.
Right.
Somewhere. You know, give when you can.
Yep.
Yeah. That's good. That's awesome, man.
A big lesson for business that I got. I mean, like I said, I had other businesses, but in this instance, the biggest tip I got in business is I remember being in tech school, the old man in tech school, because everybody else is little kids, and I'm approaching 40. And a couple of young guys were talking about starting their own business and this and that. And the one instructor, Art, who passed away since, got so mad, stopped class, went into the next class, the other room, and the third class, and he wanted everybody into one room. And he said, I keep hearing all you guys talking about starting a business. He said, any dumb son of a bitch can throw a furnace in a truck and install it. He said, you're not in business till someone else's livelihood relies on you doing your job.
For sure.
And I knew that, but it never really hit until I started hiring more and more guys.
Yep.
And then that stress is way harder.
Way harder.
Than, oh man, I got to make sure we have enough work for everybody to get their time in so that they can pay their bills. You know,
and that keeps progressing.
Yep.
You know.
Well, I've capped. I have no desire to be a 20 or 30 truck company.
No, what I mean is like the pay and what you're trying to give back to your people always progresses.
Oh yeah, that's always
progresses. Yes. Yeah, business might not progress,
right?
But like the game with your people always will. Yeah.
Yeah, I decided a long time, even before, like when I first started this, I don't, 10 trucks might be where I'll cap out. I don't want to have to hire people to manage people, then hire people to manage customers, then hire people, some people.
We're entering that sector. It's tough.
Right.
Yeah,
some people say, I don't have a business, I have a job, but that's fine by me.
Cool.
I know my guys.
Who the fuck's judging?
Yeah. I know my guys personally.
It's great.
I know their wives, their kids. I know what they're going through.
Yep.
When a customer has a complaint and they call, they know they're talking to me. They're not talking to somebody that's going to pass the message to a manager who then will buffer it down for me. And then, some people say that's not way, but I don't know. I like that the buck stops with me.
Yeah. I look at it and say, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
There's
no right or wrong way to do it.
No right or wrong. The game you can play a million ways. And I think that's the coolest thing about it. I think the biggest reward you can get in life is working with people you truly care about.
Yeah.
I mean, I fucking love the people that we work with. I fucking love it. Love it. I wouldn't ask for a different group of people. And that gets stronger and stronger every year as, we've added to the team. And some people haven't fit and they weeded their way out. That's cool.
Yeah.
Those that have been here and stayed here. And you're right. The early on people, it's different.
Yeah.
Like, it's different. There's like 3 or 4 of our people that were there from the fucking very beginning, dude. And I'm like, you know what it's like. You know what it's like to build it. Whenever people, think it's just the owners that go through building a business, it's not. No. It's your fucking people, because they were there taking a bet on you, and they were like hoping you still were going to make that payroll, like, that they can pay theirs. Like,
exactly.
It's a selfless game.
The funniest story is there wouldn't be an Art Davis Mechanical today if it wasn't for Chris. Yeah, the one that passed away.
Oh.
Because on a Friday, I told my wife I was going into business for myself. I'm quitting my job. I'm starting my own business. She wasn't real happy to hear that.
I'm sure.
She goes, well, who you
I did
going
my
to get?
same to my wife.
Yeah. She goes, well, who's even going to get to work with you? I said, I'll call Chris. She goes, he got a job. I said, watch this. And I was just being a smart ass.
Sure.
You know, I called Chris. I said, hey, are you still working for Greg? He goes, yeah, why? I said, tell him you quit. You're working for me Monday. His response was, okay. What time you want me there?
Hell of a friend.
I said, 7 o'clock. I didn't even have a job yet. I didn't have a job for us to do.
Doesn't matter.
And he was at my house at 7 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, all right, we're going to go buy a truck. And we went and bought this truck that had a dent on every panel on it.
I've been there too, dude.
We started it. I mean, we did everything off of my back porch in Mount Oliver.
We just swapped out our last truck that had 222,000 miles. That not one square inch of it didn't have a dent.
Yep. But I mean, that's so if he didn't say yes at that moment, I don't know what that would have done to my psyche. You know, would I have backed out? Would I have said,
would you have believed in it?
Right. You know, but he believed in who I am even before I did, in a sense. You know, I knew I wanted to do it, but I knew this isn't a business like yours that you can't start on your own.
No.
You need people.
Yeah.
And even two people's tough because, you know, you start out doing installs.
You have to have someone you can fully fucking count on in the beginning.
Right.
And I'm talking about fully.
Yeah.
With the good, the bad, the ugly, and all the shit that's coming along with it.
Exactly.
You need somebody there.
That and the emotional roller coaster.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You need somebody that knows you're going to be.
I need a shoulder to cry on.
You know, in the morning, you're going to be in a good mood. Yep. Something bad's going to happen, and you're going to be screaming and swearing. And you need that person that's not going to take it personal. Just know that's part of the growing pains of getting there.
Yep.
Yep.
That probably made that all the tougher for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I knew Chris since he was in diapers.
Yeah.
Him and one of my kid brothers actually grew up as best friends, and you know, we grew up. My house was here, his was there. I mean, we were a neighborhood of miscreants that ran up and down this dead end street, playing in the woods, and
I like that.
It was tough.
Those are some of the things in business you don't plan.
Yeah.
You know, and what I mean by that is, what's the pivot? Like, you're not thinking about that. You're not thinking about that type of shit. You know, that's the things in business that really, you know, are the eye-opening moments to like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
like
it was hard. Yeah. It's still hard. I told you, Chris was a big guy, 6'4", 6'5", 350. We had one of his hoodies framed, and we had his picture put in the center of the hoodie, and that was a lot of wood to make that frame.
That's a big hoodie. I know.
Everybody that
I got a couple
in,
3XL guys on our team too.
His are 6XLTs.
That's crazy, man. Holy fuck. That's a big boy.
People come into the store, and the first thing they do is they walk over to that big frame and go, God, who wore this? And I'm like, the guy in the picture. Yeah. There's an 8x10 picture, which is a decent sized picture. But in that frame, it looks like
it's just him.
looks like a wallet-sized photograph in there.
What's really cool about it is like, you'll hold those memories forever.
Oh, yeah.
Those mean more than anything.
Yeah.
You know, there was some core moments early on that'll stick with me for the rest of my life with certain people.
Right.
You know, like we will really, what was really cool is, you know, we got to kind of have a moment recently. One of our operations managers is moving to COO this year, and she won an award at an event we were at. And I was like, I know what it was like. Yeah. I know you know what it was like.
You know what she put in to be there.
You deserve every fucking thing about this. Right. And like, it's hard to go home and I love my wife. I really do. I love my family more than anything in the world. But it's hard for me to go home from a business event and be like, I won an award. And they're like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
But they don't know what it
went into it.
Right. Yeah, they don't know, you know. And like, I was like, you know, we were there together and I know what you did. Yeah. And I know what I did, you know. And it was... Same with, you know, Chris and all the other stuff is like, you look back and you're like, man, we knew what it was like.
How long have you guys been in business now?
This will be 2026 will be 7.
We're in year 10.
Yeah.
I complete year 10 in October.
Yeah.
We're going to have a big shindig out at the 1781 Club, the old Scenic Valley.
Yep.
Yeah. We're going to do something there. I'll probably be getting invitations out for that here pretty soon.
You
don't think about getting to 10 years.
Fuck no.
And it's like, I am a small business, and it's like you don't think about it until it's upon you.
So it's a funny question you said that. My dad just retired. We helped him sell his business the end of last year, and he was a small business, landscaper, probably did $2 million. I asked him, I said, you've been doing this yourself for 44 years, dude. And like, I worked with you for 13 and I watched you grow and grow and grow and grow and I didn't know what it meant back then.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, nobody. I was like, all of a sudden one day it was just fucking over. Like, how does that feel?
Yeah.
He's like, dude, like, you don't ever think that day is going to come.
Yeah.
And he works for us now and he loves it. But he's like, man, there's days I wake up and I wish that I would do this again. And then I come in here and I deal with your problems and I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah.
like, fuck this, dude. I'm well past this.
I plan a lot of because I did this later in life, I'm kind of glad I didn't do this earlier.
No, you're more mature.
I was more mature. I was too much of a hothead.
Me too.
And
I couldn't do this in my 20s.
No. And I'd have blew through the money.
I would have fucked the money out.
Yeah, it'd have been all bad.
I would have fucked the money out.
Nothing good would have came out of that.
Yeah.
But my plan, part of how I develop the company and my team is I don't want to leave anytime soon, but I'm planning to leave.
Sure.
I put things in place, and I'm hoping, and I tell my guys this all the time, I hope one or two of them will step up and say, hey, I'll take over.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't want to sell to a hedge fund.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, that's the big popular thing going on.
Agreed.
I want to keep the essence of the company what it is, and that's only going to happen if I keep it within our family.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that some of these guys will do that, and the way I even handle the money, the insurances, the way I do everything is all around keeping the business going well with the plan that I'm going to step away and someone will be ready at that time.
I'm fully in alignment with you. Yeah. I don't. Fuck them hedge funds.
Yeah.
For one,
there's a lot of money to be made.
For sure. But like.
It's not all about money.
I don't want to see this fucking get destroyed.
Yeah.
I don't. I listen. Okay, there's one big payday on it. I get it. I'm with you.
One big capital gain too.
For sure. For big.
Yeah.
Big. And 47%.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
And income on top of that.
Yeah. I would love to see the same thing. I would love to see people step up and run it. And it's very doable.
Yeah.
It's absolutely doable if we align it correctly and make the necessary moves for it to happen. I'm with you. I'm teaching our admin who's moving more into the financial world on like how we do money, how we move money, how we do draws, how we do this. We moved $500,000 today.
Yeah.
It's imperative, and she's like, it's cute. She's like 23 years old and I love her to death. And she's like, you seem like you're getting angry. I'm like, I'm not angry. I'm good. Like, I'm good. Like, she's like, but you're being very serious. I'm like, we're moving a lot of money here. Like, we gotta be fucking serious here.
Yeah, it's not like I lost $50 here.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm like, we could easily lose 40 grand in here, like, and not even be able to find it.
Right.
So, she's like, well, okay, I just want to make sure you're not getting. I'm like, I'm good. We're good. You're gonna be good. We're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
And again, we're in a blessing to be at this point.
Right.
When you're out of that kind of stage where you don't know whether you're gonna have another day.
Right.
Or
you're chasing.
Chasing.
Yeah.
So what did you do when you started yours, or what you're doing now? How long did it take you to kind of get up and operational? Because obviously you have business knowledge. You're obviously good in business. You obviously have a vision. You obviously know how to carry out vision. You obviously have drive. So how did this one start? Did you leverage relationships again? Or because here's the question, the reason why I asked for context. Most people, when they talk about a business, they have no fucking idea how to start.
Yeah.
None. Zero.
Well,
so you're always, and you're at that moment. And I think there's always two things to this. I'm too old or I'm too young. There's no perfect time for this.
No.
You
either got to take a leap of faith. Yeah, take a leap of faith or not.
Yeah.
I'm of the mind that I guess before I say this, I don't know how much you know about me personally, but my mom died when I was 11. My father died when I was 19. So I've always lived. People say, live like it's your last day. I really did, because I always thought it was my last day. I never had kids because of that. I was afraid that I would die and leave them. So for me, and my wife hates this, if I say, hey, I'm thinking about, she knows it's already been formulated. Yeah. There's something going on. I'm just letting her know that the wheels have slowed down enough for me to verbalize what I was thinking about. Drives her crazy. Like, or if I'm sitting there, if we're watching TV and all of a sudden I get that glazed over face, she's like, what are you thinking about? What's this? What are you doing? Yeah. You know, she just
I'm the same way.
Right. Yeah. So it's like, to answer the rest of your question, it's like, when I thought of it, I'm not a good employee.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I'm with because you. If you give me a job and you say to me, hey, Rob, these are your tasks, and this is what we expect you to do every day, I'm going to figure out the most efficient way to do that, and then I'm done.
Yeah.
So if you expect me to do that in 8 hours, and I do it in 4, I'm going home.
Yeah.
And then what most bosses want to say is, well, I got you for 8. Why don't you go do this too?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not being paid to do that.
Yeah.
I'm being paid to do this. If you want me also to do that, we need to talk about the compensation. Now, I offer my guys the same thing. Mm-hmm. Listen, guys, we're done. If you need your hours, you can go do this, or you can go home. Mm-hmm. If you go home, don't complain about your pay.
Sure.
But if you need your time, I always got something to do. So I give them the same respect that I wanted.
Yeah.
So when I even thought I wanted to go into business for myself, it really wasn't a thought. It was just, all right, where do I want to begin this?
Right.
And like you, I'm also a real estate investor.
Yep.
And back then I belonged to RIA.
Yep.
And I went up to a couple of the investors that I knew that kind of knew me but didn't know me. And you'd know them if I mentioned them. I'm not going to do that.
Sure.
And I said, hey, guys, let me ask you a question. If I started my own HVAC company, would you use me?
Right off the bat, it's always yeah.
The first thing they said was, you can't be any worse than the other schmucks we're using.
Agreed.
Cool.
Yeah.
So that was, I think it was a Tuesday we had those meetings. That Friday, I said, all right, I'm starting a business.
Love it.
And I did. I leveraged it first, like a lot of HVAC, sure. A lot of the tradesmen. We started out working with investors because there's a lot of work there.
Yeah, 100%.
There's a lot of work.
I spent a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, shout out to Alex, man. Pittsburgh Property Remodelers. Mm-hmm. Like, I met him 2016, and like, he gave me my start for a year. And
yeah.
I learned the business. I learned how to spread my wings. He gave me guaranteed work for most of the part.
There's a lot of work there.
Yeah.
It's not always work you want to do. It's not always the best paying
You know
work.
what, though? I fucking tell people, there's a time and place for it.
Right.
Okay? When you're small, you're nimble, you don't have a lot of overhead, it's a great place to be.
Yeah.
It's a great place to be. You can make some fucking money, and you can make some money quick. Yeah. Now, as you build and get overhead, it's not the best place to be. It's okay.
Yep.
But there is a time and a place for it.
Exactly. What happens is, like, you start out, and it's always installs.
Yep.
Hey, can you do this install for whatever, $2,000? Yeah, I'll do it. And then what ends up happening is people start to say, well, can you also do service? Can you do maintenance? Yeah. But you're only one guy, or in my case, 2 guys. Yeah. So you have to hire people to do that other stuff. Now that's when overhead starts.
Yeah, there it goes.
I mean, just insurance alone.
Oh, my God.
When it's just you're paying insurance based on stated income. Once you hire people, it's based on payroll.
Yep. I just got cracked for 35 G's this year.
Yeah. It's easy.
Yeah.
We've switched now. Ours is set up as pay as you go.
Yeah.
So whatever the payroll is, the insurance gets paid right on it, right down in there. Because I hated getting that end of year bill.
Ours did too. Ours was our overages. And, we had some sole proprietors and shit. We kind of switched a lot of that around. I stayed too loose with it for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had some friends.
Yeah, and it's on a bigger scale with you. Yeah, because for you could sell a $500,000 house. For me to do $500,000, I got to do a lot of work.
Totally.
It's just different.
Yeah, totally.
You're controlling not just your people, but the subs you're using and everything else.
Yeah, it's chasing down 72 subs, and things of that nature. Where they sometimes they'll switch in between their term, and you don't know, and you're like, bro.
Yeah.
So. I'm with you. I did the same. When I tapped in, it was realtors. They knew that I would, I had a good name. They knew I had a good reputation. They knew that I would finish the work.
Yep.
And then I leveraged my investor friends,
yep.
For cash flow. I'm like, hey guys, I know, same as you. I have a ton of friends in the game, and I reached out to all of them. I was like, hey man, if I can offer you good remodeling service for a pretty fair price, can you put me on?
Yeah.
Like, please. And most of them are like, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
We had some quarrels and shit every now and
again.
Yeah,
you always do.
I mean? But
most of the people that I work with will always say that we always do good work.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't like dealing with me.
Sure, me neither.
And a lot of that has to do with people will say, why can't you just... That phrase will have me raise my hand to you to shake it and say thanks, but no thanks. I'm not saying that I know the only way to do things.
Yeah.
But I know the way we do things has been successful for us. So I'm not going to change that because you're trying to save $200.
I just fucking had that conversation today with so we had an owners meeting today, and I was like, we went over just kind of like talking about the year.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, man, we tried some things. We tried to divert a little bit from what we do and take some risk, and lost a shit fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, back on track now. That didn't work.
Yeah.
All right. Nothing to be mad about. Water under the bridge.
If you don't try,
we knew we were going to take the risk.
Right.
But most people, especially at the end of the year reviews, only talk about the bad shit. They don't talk about the shit that went right.
Yeah.
We found a new towel guy. We found a new insulation guy. We found some, we found a lot of vendors that were absolutely screwing us over for years. Found a lot of stuff, but you always just dwell on the bad.
Yep.
All these mistakes. Like, dude, you had a lot of wins too.
Yeah. If you didn't have a lot of wins, you wouldn't still be in business.
For sure. So where are you at currently, truck wise? So you said 10's kind of your vision of like the peak.
Yeah. Right now I've got 5 full-time HVAC guys. I got a semi-retired part-time HVAC guy. I've got 2 young kids that I just brought in from one of the co-ops from the high school.
Nice.
Hopefully they'll stay. Yep. You never know. I mean, they're 17-year-old kids. You never know.
And there's always that possibility they always want to go out and do their own thing.
Right.
Which is like, cool. Right. I commend you for it if you want to deal with this.
Right. And then we also have...
You're going to make probably less money.
Right. At first.
Yeah, for sure.
We also hired, earlier this year, we hired a full-time master plumber.
Awesome.
And I'm going to let that grow a little bit before I start getting him helpers. And he's
going to check big dough in that.
What's that?
You're going to check money in that.
Yeah. And
there's a massive lack.
And he's like, dude, I'm sorry. I thought I'd have more. I said, listen, when I first started doing HVAC, we didn't do the numbers we do today. It takes time. People need to know we offer it, and they need to see the quality of the work.
Yeah.
And we've made some really good partnerships with some of our vendors. Like we now offer whole house water filters and water softeners. We partner with
This is a big thing around here.
It should be. Our water quality stinks.
Sucks. It's terrible.
And what's cool is it's not my word saying you have bad water.
It's awful.
We come in, we take a sample, we send it out to Lancaster Water's lab.
Yep.
They process it. They send me an email and say, this is what's wrong with the water. This is the system we recommend.
Very cool.
And we can put them in.
Yep.
And it's a big investment in the beginning.
Sure.
But think about how many cases of that you buy a year.
A lot. I have 15 sitting in my office
Then
right
you
now.
throw them away. And then, the water at my house, I flush water down the toilet that has better quality than what's in that bottle.
Absolutely.
Because it's all filtered.
We got a holding tank at our office, so everything goes in the fucking thing. All water gets flushed into one giant tank. Huge pain in the ass. Oh, dude, we have $10,000 sewage bill a year.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's awful.
Yeah.
So I love the fact of you're starting to add additional pieces inside the business. So I'm a huge proponent of that. I look at like our upgrades. So like we sold about almost $500,000 in upgrades this year. So it's like, okay, how do we get that to $1 million business?
Right.
So now you're adding a business inside of a business that's multi-million and trying to get to that world. I love doing that. You're already doing the work. Let's just figure out how we maximize on this. Obviously early on, you just have no idea what that even looks like. You're just out for survival.
Yeah.
And again, I think most people's journeys, there's always like, they read, it's 5 years for a business. When did you know that you were this thing was going to actually do its thing?
Still
Obviously you knew from the very beginning, but there's always a point when you start to feel the trajectory head up the hill. Because I remember whenever it was for me, I was getting my ass kicked. I didn't know the numbers. I was bleeding everywhere. I was trying to fix shit. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing early on. And I was just trying to get very oriented with the data. And then I started to figure it out. And then COVID stopped and like we actually had like stability. I looked at my buddy. I was like, bro, I figured it out. I figured it out, man.
Yeah.
I figured it out. And that was kind of how it started for us.
For me, it's when it got to the point where I felt like if I was holding a screwdriver, we were losing money.
Gotcha.
if you see me out there, unless I'm doing a favor,
Yeah.
if you see me show up to fix your furnace, Rob screwed up the money bad.
Yeah.
And that was probably, I'm more of an administrator.
I was going to say, so you start delegating very quickly.
Yeah, probably about 3 years in.
Yeah.
I've always been better on this side of the desk. I was a good technician.
Yeah.
I'm a better business owner than I was a technician.
I'm a business owner only. Yeah.
Right.
As far as my construction, I can paint, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not
Right.
a craftsman by any means.
But we, and then it just, it's weird, we did our podcast. I was telling you about the PSA podcast, and I brought guests in from the industry. Mm-hmm. And when people were asking me, well, how long you been around, Rob? I said, well, I'm in year 10 now. Like, one of the gentlemen, Rob, was like, I could have swore you were around 30 years. I'm like, dude, I'm 52.
Yeah.
How old do you think I am?
Sure. I hear you.
I guess the key in this business is just like any business is build your network.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be stuff that comes up that you don't know.
Yeah.
But you don't ever want to tell somebody, no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can do that. Just give me a day to research.
Yeah.
Let me talk to people. Because even when I started this business, I probably didn't know enough.
Yeah. I didn't.
But I knew that I knew the people that knew what I didn't know. Man, I don't want to try to say that again. So sure. that I had built the relationships to when I got jammed up, I knew, all right, this is a duct issue. I can call Dean.
Yeah.
Which I think in our industry, airflow is the most overlooked thing for builders, investors.
Are you talking about balance?
Just airflow, period.
Yeah.
Not just balance, but the actual airflow. I notice a lot of people, and this has always been an issue, they always want to cut return air.
Oh, yeah.
Or everybody, like your mass builders, they want to go to those central returns. Yep. They work ish.
One per floor.
Yeah. And even when they do work, they're so loud.
They're loud.
They're unbelievable. I mean, and your industry, it's a little different. People want to see the pretty kitchens and bathrooms. They don't care about that furnace.
They do when they move in.
Until they move in.
They do when they move in.
And then as soon as it doesn't work.
Or it's loud as shit, they're calling you.
Right.
What in the fuck did you sell me?
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is this is a brand new house. We just spent $800,000. Why can I hear my furnace?
For sure.
And that we used to get those calls. We used to actually do some warranty work for some of those builders. Yep. And then once we told them where their mistakes were, they didn't use us anymore.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, well, your duct shouldn't do this and this. They're still not going to do returns in every room. No. But, like, for example, the one company, they were putting the return on the first floor in this bay and return on the second floor in this bay.
Stacked.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
There's not enough airflow for that, not enough pressure. So. Yeah. But once we showed them how to change it, we haven't heard from them since.
Of course not. Don't deviate.
And we showed them an easy way to change it. If I'd have made it look complicated, they'd probably still be calling us.
You can't, from a production standpoint, it's more about how do we save $58 across 38,000 houses.
Right.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, though, in my supply house days, and I'm still friends with one of the suppliers that I don't really buy from his supply house anymore, but one of those mass producers used to buy all their equipment from them. Well, a competitor said that they would save them $81 per system. It sounded like a great deal.
It's huge.
But then they're finding out that they can't meet the same AHRI requirements, that they had to upgrade that other equipment.
Yeah. Way more.
And not only did they have to upgrade the equipment, the first place delivered for free. This other place doesn't even deliver. They had to hire a third-party company. So now
lost double.
They went from saving 81 a system to spending an extra 30 a system. So it was $110 swing.
Wrong way.
The wrong way. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you gotta, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I'm a big proponent of that. Yeah, I audit a lot of shit, and I'm like, if this isn't a threat, I'm not messing with it.
Yeah.
Even if it's a weakness or, unless it hits that threat column, I'm not fucking with that.
That, and I don't stress the nickels.
No, I don't care.
I'll if I call for a price on something, and the supplier says, it's $1,245. I'm like, all right, $1,250. I don't. Okay. It's gonna cost me more aggravation
for sure
to figure out the difference in that $4.37 that it's worth.
Our COO is like that. She's so fucking detail oriented. When she tells you something, she goes around the wagon a lot.
Yeah.
It's just because her brain's wired that way. And I'm like, listen, I get it, man. But like, you have to have those people.
I know people who know the cost per cubic foot of their shop.
I'm sure.
Per day.
Yeah, I don't know that.
I don't care.
I don't need that.
The bills are paid. Everybody's paid. There's still money in the bank. There's more money this month than last month. We're good.
That's the way I am.
You know, I don't stress the little stuff.
You can get I love data, but you can get demolished.
Paralysis by analysis.
You can get just demolished in it, where like you're not actually making intelligent decisions. No. You're making decisions based upon financial moves, which is usually not right.
Right.
I want to ask you this.
Yeah.
You made a statement, and I can relate to it, that you were better on the business side than you were with the tools.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the guys that are good with the tools have a very hard time in business.
That's how I got my plumber. My plumber is a great plumber.
I'm sure
Been doing it 18 years. He's been a master for over 14 years. Was in business for himself, but wasn't making money. I said, how could you be a master plumber and not make money?
They don't know how to charge. They're too afraid to charge most of the time.
It's not just that. It's like he didn't know how to balance a budget, set a budget, make sure the money for the taxes was separated. You know, budget is time.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't think he could afford to hire a helper.
None of them do.
Yeah, it's like, well, if you don't have a helper, you can't get this project done in a time frame that you're actually making money.
It's going to take you 6 times.
That, and every time
I learned that early on whenever I'd ask people who flipped houses. They do it themselves. I made $35,000. I'm like,
what did you pay yourself?
That's what I said. Exactly. I'm like, what did you pay yourself? What hourly wage did you pay yourself? I didn't. I'm like, you made fucking $0.
Yeah.
You made $0, dog.
That's the first thing I
did the same shit.
Yeah, people say, oh, well, yeah. Well, how much?
I did the same shit.
Yeah, my first flip, I didn't do the work, but I had people I know do it.
I did a lot of it.
Not me.
I had people helping, but I would chip in and do shit. Yeah. I'm like, all right, this is fine.
I would run. I'd go get stuff.
Yeah, I was the same way.
I'm not. Because listen, I'm a big proponent of let the experts do their thing.
Agreed.
Because all I'm going to do is get in the way.
Totally.
I'm going to slow it down.
I trip over tools and shit. Dude, I'm a fucking doofus when I get on job sites. I'm great in the office. You get me on job site, I'm kicking over saws. I'm knocking your shit over.
I know enough.
Scratching the fucking floor.
Yeah, I know enough about things
like,
to know if somebody's trying to get over.
For sure. I'm super dangerous.
Right.
Yeah, when it comes to that.
Like when I hire a new guy and, where were you? I was changing an inducer motor. I'm like, dude, that's a 20-minute job. You've been gone for 2 hours. What were you doing?
Yeah.
I know that, and it's funny. Most of my guys most of them, except for the new young guys, have either been in this industry longer than me or have more field experience than me.
Interesting.
And still ask me how to do things.
They do the same thing.
And I'm like, wait a minute, that's what I hired you for.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But you have to keep doing continued education. You have to, like, I watch a lot of videos. I read a lot of stuff. I reach out to people. If I even hear a rumor about something, I call people in the know.
The HVAC shit's been crazy the last couple of years, man.
It's not going to go away.
No, the codes are fucking nuts. Our HVAC number has gotten bananas.
Yeah, and the sad thing is our industry isn't even being driven by our industry anymore. Sure. It's being driven by energy codes.
Sure. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
all the bullshit that goes into the systems, and they're redoing all this, whatever.
That and with the new refrigerant stuff, there's a lot of changes with that. And a lot of people don't know this, but with this new refrigerant change, it's being called semi-flammable.
Yeah.
Legitimate companies all went out and bought all new non-static tools. So you're talking an awful lot of money per technician so that they don't accidentally make a spark.
Yeah.
Now, there's videos out there, it depends on what you believe, that show the flame going up and going away immediately.
Yeah.
That's true.
Sure.
But then you've also seen videos out there where somebody opened a tank and boom, or massive. I've never seen that myself.
I haven't.
We've tried to do it and couldn't. Yeah. And I'm sure if we were fucktards and really wanted to, we could. But, but it's still the government saying it's semi-flammable. You have to work this way in order to not cause problems or to preserve the equipment, not cause any other issues. They've got sensors in the furnaces now to know if your air conditioner is leaking, so that if you got this flammable refrigerant leaking down to where you have a furnace firing, that could probably cause a problem.
A big one.
So the cost of equipment's not going to ever go down.
It's
again.
crazy.
It went from 2019 to COVID. It jumped in that year astronomically.
Oh, yeah.
And during COVID, we were getting price increases almost quarterly.
We are.
And they were all blaming supply chain. Mm-hmm. Well, supply chain's normal now.
Sure. It's a problem
Price
now.
never went back down.
It's a problem now.
And the prices are still going up. It's not as frequent, but they're still going up.
It's going up because of code changes and shit like that now.
Yeah, but the size of the furnace hasn't changed.
No fucking doubt.
The only thing that should have increased the cost is the sensor for the refrigerant.
Correct.
But that just happened this year.
Yep.
That didn't happen last year, and prices.
Our prices, even within the last 18 months, have probably gone up $5,000 to $7,000 a house.
Yeah. Yep.
What used to be like 17 is now 23.
Yeah. And not just the equipment and the tools, cost of manpower is
Totally.
up.
Way up.
Especially if you want to keep guys that are good.
Decent. Yep. I tell people that all the time. I'm like, it's not, everybody wants to fully fucking say it's materials. That's not true. It is the labor market.
Labor, insurance. If you want to keep guys, I keep saying guys, that's a universal term, man, woman, whatever.
Right.
If you want to keep employees, you've got their labor, you've got insurances, the vehicles.
Yep.
I've probably, in the last 3 months, I've probably got $12,000, $13,000 wrapped up just in inspections.
Every time we go to get a service, it's $3,000.
Right. If you don't offer benefit packages, you have to. Or you're going to be like some of these companies where every time you may have a service call, there's a different guy showing up. You can't request the same tech because he only worked there for 3 months.
Yep.
Training.
Business healthcare is the fucking biggest ripoff of life.
Yeah.
That and workman's comp. Two of the biggest piles of shit that don't fucking do nothing for you.
And then depending on the job, the workman's comp, like we're at the highest rate, I believe.
So am I.
And then the health insurance, we're taking a bath.
Oh, yeah.
Especially, Steve has retired and he's got Medicare now.
Yeah.
But before he did, his was $980 a month.
I'm like, that's what I say to some of our people. I'm like, I would rather just give you a raise and go buy your own shit, because I'm like, okay, there's 14 of us at $900 a piece. Where am I coming up with this extra $180,000? Like, where are we coming up with this money?
And then you don't get a break unless you have X amount of 50 employees.
50 employees or more. And then you got a whole other slew of problems. You got more than that.
Right.
You know what
And
I mean?
then it's like, why can't we? Oh, I thought he was. Why can't, say, myself, maybe Southside Plumbing, because I know Jake, Bean Electric, because I know John, Hemlock Homes. Why can't we pull our companies and buy a group policy
100%.
together?
100%.
We're all still buying, and it would make it more affordable to our team members.
It's all shit.
It's
absolute all shit.
It's tough.
It's ridiculous. It's so absolutely outrageously expensive, and it's not even. And this is what I tell people. I'm like, okay, I'm not a Fortune 500 company,
No.
So like, to expect us to pay 100% of it is like,
we can't. I pay half.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, okay, well, how the fuck does that help my employees who say they can't afford it now, but I got to dump a $475 healthcare bill on you too?
Yeah.
Like, you're cheaper just to go in the open market. And, it's insane.
But then that's a nightmare, because as soon as you sign up for one, your phone's ringing constantly.
Totally.
Yeah. And then and then this is something I got to find out. Say you say, I'm not going to provide health care, but I'm going to give you a raise. Will the government look at that as a health care bonus? And then now you're offering health care, they can't go on penny.
I'm playing that game-ish.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm a guy that if I do something wrong, I'm getting caught.
No, I am. Believe me too. I've been caught every time. Yeah.
So I just don't do it.
I'm with you.
I said earlier, I leave everything to professionals.
For sure.
I let my accountant and my payroll company tell me what to do.
We've entertained it multiple times, and every time we have these people in, it's we'll save you. I'm like, dude, I'm at 15.2 a month. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, my mortgage on my office, which we bought for $1 million, is $5,300.
Yeah.
Like, the 15.2
Yeah.
for what? Like for what? Everybody's still got like $5,000 deductible and shit. Like for what?
And we have, what's crazy to me is we're in Pittsburgh. We're in one of the medical hubs of the United States.
Yeah, but it's a fucking monopoly. Because if you go anywhere else, UPMC and them don't even exist.
Exactly. And the only options we have as a small company is UPMC, AHN, or Highmark.
Yeah.
And if you don't go, UPMC is the only one you can go on age only.
Yeah.
The other ones, they need physicals.
Yep.
It's tough, man.
It's ridiculous.
But, and then, I'm happy to see more people in the media, social media, promoting trade schools again.
Oh, yeah. No, it's coming. The gig is, the gist is up now.
The problem is, though,
it's going to take a while.
These kids are going to schools, and most of these schools are private schools, and they're telling these kids they're going to walk out and make $30 an hour.
That's indoctrination.
You're not going to make. Listen, anybody that sees this, Junior's not making $30 an hour first day out of school.
No, he's not. No. Not in my company either.
No, not at any company, because you've learned enough to be dangerous.
Sure, you haven't proved anything.
Right. And
it's like
for the first 2 years, you're going to cost me more money than you're going to make me. You're going to make all your mistakes on my dime.
Mm-hmm. It's like the NIL.
Right. I'm
like, you fuckers don't even. You're paying this dude $6 million a year in college. He didn't even play a game. He ain't played a fucking game.
Well, that's like the old rookie contracts in the NFL before they changed it.
For sure.
Guys would come out as a.
I'm like, now he can also go in a portal and go over here and get more money. I'm like, this is crazy. What the fuck are we doing here? Yeah. Like, they don't have to play for anything. They're already rich.
Yeah. Why go to the pros?
Yeah.
Enjoy that college experience.
Fuck. And stay here all four.
Maybe try to get a fit.
No doubt, man. It's a very tough balance when it comes to the bolt-on things of a business. Yeah. Because they are way more expensive than people think.
Yeah.
And I understand that it's an expectation. There's also a lot of differences between the private world and the fucking corporate world.
Yeah.
Like, we had a couple comments recently of like, people had moved up in our company to a position and they're like, would you get a stake? Did you get shares? Like, shares of what? Like, we're a private company. Like, you work for that as you become a tenured employee, but like, this isn't corporate America. Like, our shares aren't given by fucking shareholders, which are like...
They're bought.
Yeah, they're bought in.
They're bought with cash.
I'm bought in. I'm the only motherfucker here. We are bought in. Me and my partners are bought in. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's not... You don't just get gifted things like that in the private world. Just because you're a C-level executive now in a private company doesn't mean you're guaranteed shares.
Right.
You can earn shares eventually. Yeah. You're not given anything. Corporate world is like, it's like the world of titles.
Yeah.
I'm the assistant VPs... fucking regional managers, accountant. I'm like, I heard assistant there.
Yeah.
You're an assistant? Is that what you are? You're assistant to something.
We've actually hired or interviewed guys to hire, and a lot of them come in and they say, well, what's my path to management? And I'm like,
working really fucking hard.
I'm the only boss here. There is no management team. Yeah. You're looking at all of management.
Yeah.
I am the secretary. I am accounts payable, accounts receivable. I'm it.
Yeah. So your entire back office.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah.
Every time I want to hire somebody, I think about, man, that's giving somebody a lot of access to where if they make a mistake, it's not just me, it's everybody. It's hard to let it go, but every year I get closer to doing it. Because if I don't, that first thing we spoke about, where the guy's taking over, they're not going to have that mentality.
They're definitely not.
They're going to have a partner.
And it's going to be harder and harder to do as you get bigger and bigger.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're going to have a partner that I prep for the backside.
Yeah.
That's unbelievably hard to let go of that aspect of things.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be easier this time around doing this business. But I guess I care too much about it.
I don't know that.
I do. I care about, if I make a mistake, I know how to fix it immediately. And if I can't fix it, I'll take it out of my own personal pocket and make it right.
Yep, I've done that.
But if somebody you hire makes that mistake, how big is it?
Sure. Business is all a threshold of how much you're willing to let your people fuck up.
Yeah.
You know, there's always a leash with our people, meaning like there's a space where like, hey man, I know this is gonna get fucked up. Like, dude, I expect it.
Every job you send somebody out, yeah.
Well, it's just like especially if you're training like new project managers and
Right.
stuff. I'm like, listen, dude, you're gonna make some mistakes, man. Because like I got some guys that like, I'm like, bro, you need to fucking breathe, man. Like you're gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah.
Like calm down. Oh, the plumber, he didn't make it today. I don't know if he's gonna get there tomorrow. Like my fucking schedule. I'm like, dude, just fucking breathe,
especially this time of year when you're dealing with plumbers and HVAC guys.
Well, dude, I mean, I got a closing that's like coming Friday, and like, dude, we moved mountains to get there, and like, you know, a lot of it hindered because of some other reasons and whatever. But yeah, dude, I mean, you're doing Christmas closings, man. They're not good.
Well, not just
they're
that.
very bad.
This time of year, especially this year,
you have 2 weeks in December. That's it.
Yeah, no, I mean, since mid-October, we've been unseasonably cold.
Sure, very cold.
We don't see single digits here typically till February.
Yep.
When it's this cold.
And we don't see over a foot of snow by now.
Right.
Yeah.
We have a lot more emergency calls.
We do.
And when those are people currently living in their home, you have to take care of them before some vacant house.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean diminish the vacant house, but it's like, listen, your grandmother cannot have heat.
Totally.
Or this place that you're trying to sell cannot have heat.
Yeah.
What would you want me to do if it was your grandma?
Gotta go take care of grandma.
Right.
No doubt.
So and that happens. And because we still do some investor work, not as much as we used to. I won't work with new investors.
No.
I
don't need to practice.
No, and there's too many gurus out there.
Yes, lots
and I can always tell a new investor because they'll call and say, well, I'm working with the Robin Thompson method, and I need, hey, thanks for the opportunity, but that's not what we're doing anymore.
No doubt.
You know, I know you're new just by your terminology.
Sounds good, man. And I wish you the best.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Hey, if you need me to, look over something, cool, but I'm not going to.
Totally. So how do you have departments in your business for like installs and maintenance or like how are you dividing up like who's going on like service calls? How are you dividing up?
I make that a daily challenge. When I was in the field, the way this industry typically works is you get...
I'm asking because I don't know shit about how like scheduling.
Depending on the type of company you go to, like your new construction, so you typically use companies that are based around new construction.
Correct.
They're a little bit different. Yeah. They have one or two guys that really know their stuff and a whole bunch of $12 or $13 an hour guys that change out daily.
Correct.
They're running flex stock doing this, and then tomorrow there's two different ones.
Yep. They have a head. They got a couple fucking helpers. That's about what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
But typically when you get in this industry, if you get into, say, HVAC, the heating and air conditioning aspect, because our industry is a lot more vast than people know.
No, totally.
But when you get into, so let's just say residential heating and air conditioning, you are an install helper. Then you work your way up to be an installer. You may become an install lead if you're in that type of company. Yep. Then you graduate to service helper.
Yep.
So you went from being a lead to a helper again.
Yep.
Now you're a service tech. Then, to me, if you're only installing, it gets monotonous.
Oh, yeah.
If you're only doing service, you're dealing with the people. Mm-hmm. Your wick starts to get shorter and shorter.
Burnout.
Because some people you can't please.
Sure.
And
most
that wears on people.
Yeah.
So I knew when I started this company I wasn't going to do that. Everybody is cross-trained to do everything. That protects me from when I call off.
Sure.
And it keeps my guys from getting burnt out from doing any one thing.
So they do enjoy it. They enjoy the not quite sure what's going to happen today model.
No, like they'll usually know. Yeah. Like for example, I had a couple of guys on a mini split install. They know they're going back to finish that install tomorrow.
So like I'm sure you got a ton of service calls from the snow.
Right.
Shit like that.
So sometimes we push an install.
I was going to say, I was like, you're going to have to.
Yeah. Unless it's somebody, again, that needs a new furnace. But we tend to, because of some of the programs we work with, and I need to buy more, we have space heaters. So if I come out to your house and I can't get you heat today, we're going to leave you a handful of space heaters, especially if we have to order a part or if you have to have a new furnace. I don't want to do a makeshift plenum, order the right one, come back and put the good one in. Totally. I want to do the job once. We protect your plumbing. We make sure you're warm, whatever.
Yep.
These days, most of my work comes from the programs.
explain to me what a program is.
Like Action Housing, they do all low income housing people.
Oh, okay, like the URA.
We do work.
Like
not
the urban
URA.
redevelopment type.
We haven't worked with them
yet.
I don't know if we ever will or not.
Sure.
I don't know who's running that now.
Sure.
But years ago, I had a meeting set up with a member there, and they wanted to give us some work. But immediately upon the meeting, I was told I wasn't diverse enough.
Oh.
At the time, Chris is half and half, Steve's black, Anthony's black.
So you didn't have enough whites?
I said, what am I missing?
Yeah.
A Latino. I even had a woman working for us at the time.
Oh.
So they basically saw me.
Very political.
And saw that I was white and assumed.
How dare you?
And so I said, oh, that's fine. I get it. And then I said,
odd.
take a minute and look at my team page on my website. And then tell me. I said, but now I don't want to work for you.
Yeah, fuck that. I would have bounced on that.
Yeah. So we do a lot of work with Action Housing. We do a lot of work with the utility companies.
That's cool.
People's Gas, Columbia Gas, Duquesne Light.
So how does one get, is it like a referral program, or is it like you know somebody inside of there and you kind of work that relationship? Like how does one get connected with, let's just say,
like for example,
Power or whoever, the gas? How do you get hooked up with People's Gas?
So like it started out.
Because they're so fucking huge.
Because I've built relationships with people. I mean. Like, I've asked. There's a company that I'm friendly with the owner of, and one day we were at a lunch for a training, and he said, "Hey, have you ever done any work for this place?" And I was like, "No, what is that?" He explained it to me. I said, "Well, when does it start again?" He said, "Next month." I said, "Can you get me a seat at the table?" He said, "I'll tell you what, I'm going to send you." He goes, "I'm going to do it right now." From his phone, he emailed me the point of contact. So I reached out to the point of contact. And they said, yes, we'd love to have another contractor in Allegheny County this year. I've been with them for 4 years.
Love it.
I've reached out.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
And I'm not shy. Sure. You can call me a lot of things, good and bad, and I'd probably agree with most of them.
I'm good with it.
But the one thing you can't call me is shy.
Love it.
And then, I'd ask other contractors, man, you're just the same size as me. How are you guys so busy?
Yeah.
In the winter times, I get a lot of work from Columbia Gas. Well, how did you do that? Well, it's managed by this company. And I said, oh, wow, I already got contacts with that company. So I asked them, hey, how do I get on this side? Oh, Rob, I didn't know you were interested in that.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. And then I was put on to the People's Gas people through another company. And then Duquesne Light had the same liaison as People's Gas. And they were like, hey, can we use you? And we haven't done a lot with West Penn yet, only because we've been so busy this year.
Sure.
I got a point of contact. I haven't called yet because I'm like, I don't want to.
That's your next growth opportunity, though.
Right. I don't want to overtax my guys.
Sure.
One thing I always say to my team, my customers, myself, my wife, because of my parents dying so young, I value time over money.
Me too. Always.
And I value my guys' time over money.
I've gone back to zero so many fucking times.
Oh, yeah.
I don't give one fuck.
Right.
I don't care.
That's why I always ask my guys. Yeah. Like we do in the summertime, I don't even have on call.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, there's no such thing as an air conditioning emergency.
Sure.
Now, if you've got COPD.
I agree. I never thought of it like that, dude. I agree with you.
There's people all over the world that don't have air conditioning.
Dude, I fucking agree with you.
Now, if you have some
that almost went over my head.
Right.
I didn't catch that.
If you have some type of medical emergency, all right, I'll call one of my guys and I'll say, Anthony, can you take this call? Because they know I'm not going to do it often.
Yeah.
In the wintertime, we only have scheduled on call on the weekend. During the week, we'll come out, but I don't have nobody, hey, you have to be on call tonight.
Sure.
Wherever the call
so you're not an on-call 24/7 company. Gotcha.
Because here's what I found. I used to be.
Yep. That was going to be my next question. Did you try that angle? And what does that look like?
Here's what happens. All on-call companies, all 24-hour on-call companies, they're charging you time and a half.
Oh, absolutely.
And they're charging you a higher priced trip charge, diagnostic fee.
Sure.
So they're going to come out, the bigger companies that I'll leave unnamed, will come out and they'll charge you $400 just to walk in the door.
Absolutely.
They're not even going to look at your furnace till you pay them that $400.
100%. You're paying them for the fucking appointment.
Just for showing up.
Absolutely.
Then they're going to go downstairs and they're going to need a part that they can't get till tomorrow morning anyway.
Absolutely.
Or they're going to say, you need a new furnace, we'll put it in tomorrow. Or they'll say, you need a new furnace. If you sign here, I'll have someone here tonight to put it in.
Cogalies.
You said it, not me. And then they're selling you a $15,000, $20,000 furnace that I could have put in for $5,000.
Totally.
But they did it at 2:00 in the morning, and you were scared and cold.
Yeah.
So I was always honest when people call. I'd say, hey, look, it's going to cost you $300 for us to come out, whether we fix it tonight or not.
Yep.
Or why don't you get another blanket? We'll come out tomorrow morning.
Yeah. For a regular charge.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I tell people, look, I can come out, but everything's so proprietary now.
Yeah.
There's a good chance I'm not going to have the part you need anyway.
100%.
So why would you want to pay me that much money to come out and tell you I'll be back tomorrow? That, in today's world, man, guys don't want to work all the time 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
And with what they make, now you get to pay them time and a half to go do it.
Yeah.
That's why it cost you $400 some because I had to pay him $200 just to come out.
1,000%.
You know? And guys, they don't answer the phone.
Yeah.
You call somebody after midnight, they're not picking up. Rob, sorry, man, I slept through it.
No doubt. Sleeping, bud. Even if I wasn't.
I mean, most of my guys got kids.
Sure.
They get,
it's a lot to ask of
It's
somebody.
a lot to ask of somebody.
It's a lot to ask. To me, it always seemed like a very unscalable model.
Yeah.
Meaning, and also, just like you said, I think a lot of companies kind of promise it, and then if it doesn't happen, it just doesn't happen.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And there's no ramification.
Right. Nothing.
So if people call and it's an emergency, what I typically do is, all right, it's in South Park. All right, Tim lives in South Park. I'll call Tim. Hey, what are you doing?
Closest body
Take this
to
call
it.
real quick.
Yeah.
Because my guys take their vans home. You know, and if you
I see them parked. I was going to ask you that.
What's that?
I see them parked at different.
Yeah. And I tell them, you know, you could tell me no, but if you tell me no 3 or 4 times and this guy starts talking, now I'm going to enforce an on-call schedule. So it's just a mutual. And we talk a lot. Guys, would you rather do this or would you rather do that?
How do you want this?
Yeah, how do you guys want it? You know, when we talk about healthcare, because that's going to change next year. Do you guys want to do it this way? Do you want to do it that way? How many guys are getting in so that I can figure out the best way?
Yeah.
You know, and I discuss that.
It's going to make it even more challenging if they take the subsidies away.
Right.
Yeah.
And I probably divulge too much to my guys.
I do too.
But I want them to know, you know, they are family.
I have open culture. It has its ups and its downs.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. I'd rather take the up. I mean, I think it's the only way to go.
Right.
But there becomes challenges on information as said, and then hiring becomes a problem.
Yeah.
Because, like, you got to understand that, like, once you get up to above 10 people or so, the likelihood of the person you're hiring fitting in is not likely.
Yeah. It's funny you say that because when Chris died, I haven't replaced him.
I'm sure you haven't.
Because at first, we needed a guy.
Right.
But I wasn't going to.
But there's an expectation now because that person has to fill a very large set of shoes.
Well, not only that, it's like the rest of my team knew that I knew Chris from diapers. Yeah. And I didn't want them thinking, well, Chris died Friday, I got his replacement Monday.
Sure.
If that's all Rob can replace Chris that fast, what's he think about us?
100%.
And then
that's great leadership mentality.
Right. And then once I felt like enough time passed, I'd interview guys, and it's like, you are not going to fit in.
Yeah, 100%.
You might be the best technician
100%.
that Western Pennsylvania has to offer, but we got the land of misfit toys here, and you're just not a misfit. You know, you got to, and it's funny, you know, we've got black ones, white ones, skinny ones, fat ones, tall ones, you know.
Your company should hang out with my company.
We are just a bunch.
We're the land of the misfits.
And, you know, if some people were to hear us in the morning, would probably be canceled.
We're the same
because it's we have a good time.
Oh yeah.
And then when things are wrong, I kick and scream and holler and hoot, and they all know if they pushed or made the same mistake enough times that I'm actually hollering about it.
Yeah, if I'm pissed, it's because you did the same thing more than
they know
a couple times. Yeah, come on.
And they'll usually go, my fault, man.
Yeah, we're doing stupid fucking
I'm tired of hearing my fault. I'm
really tired of hearing my fault. No doubt.
I know whose fault it is.
Yeah, exactly.
We knew that before the conversation.
Yeah, for sure, dude. What do you think I'm screaming? Now, we align very much on that level.
Yeah.
We would be canceled. For sure. Yeah, we would be canceled. I think that's just what makes business.
Yeah.
You know, and what's crazy is you can do it any way you want.
Yep.
You know, I was just down at one of our coaching groups, and we were at a table, and a lady asked me, she's like, and my whole team was there, and she's like, you have crazy open culture. And I started describing it to her, and some guy next to me who runs I think it's a roofing business and some exterior shit. Not like that, dude. Very
No.
corporate, very fucking dun, 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 dun. I'm like, I'm just...
But I think you can tell, especially in a service industry.
Yeah.
I
Like,
think you
if
can
I have
tell
to have an HR, it's over.
when someone comes to your house. I think you can tell by the way that person carries themselves if they're working for a corporate place or a family-oriented place.
Yeah.
Because the corporate guys, it's sell. I mean, that's the downfall with all the hedge funds buying these companies.
It's forced selling, too.
They're not technicians anymore.
No, they're forced sellers.
They're selling. It's like because they got dividends to pay. One guy that works for me now,
And they're selling off scripts on experience.
Yeah. The one fellow who works for me now, when he first came in, he said, well, how can I make commissions? I was like, dude, this ain't that type of company.
Yeah, bro. Let's not
Your
bring that up
job's
again.
to fix stuff.
Yeah.
If you can't fix it and it needs to be replaced, you make one phone call, and that's to me.
We don't pay fucking commissions on upsells.
No, we're just. And then another thing I do, it could probably cost me a lot of money over the years, is I don't sell you what you want.
Can you elaborate on that?
I sell you what you need.
Well.
Because a lot of people, especially because of all the...
It's predatory. Your market's predatory.
Right.
Yeah.
There's, you might have 3 or 4 guys in before me, and they're coming from corporate stores, and they're salesmen.
Yep.
And they're saying, well, I need this 98% efficient furnace, and I need this 23 SEER heat pump, and blah, blah, blah. And even some of these tax credits that are available, you got to go real high efficient. And I'll sit down and say, listen, I could quote that for you, but it's going to be like everybody else you spoke to, $30,000, $35,000, $40,000.
Yeah, like you need that.
Or I could put you in a system that this house that was built 150 years ago actually will be budget friendly and give you what you're looking for $12,000 or $13,000. $30,000 versus $12,000. Even with a $2,500 tax credit, how low? Now, this equipment has a 10 to 15 year life expectancy. How much lower does your electric bill have to be to make that money back?
It's insane.
It's never going to happen.
Never.
And I probably that and a lot.
Do you ever get looked at as you're the one who seems like you're the scammer because you're price anchored? They're price anchored up here, and then now you're coming in here, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I tell everybody the
good
truth.
guy. Is he a good guy? Or is he trying to scam me here?
I tell everybody the same thing.
Yeah, for sure.
When I'm presenting a system, especially to a homeowner, if you call 5 guys and say 3 of them are middle-sized guys like me, 6 to 10 trucks, we're all going to be within $1,000 of one another. If you call a big company, your Climate Tech, your 2Ds, your Beverly's, nothing wrong with those companies.
Totally.
They probably have the same profit margin as me, but they're going to cost a lot more because they've got 50 or 60 trucks. They got 10 secretaries.
They got overhead out the ass.
Their overhead is way higher. The profit margin's the same.
I tried to explain this to a buddy of mine, and this is why I brought up earlier about the guy who's good with the tools and not good at business.
Yeah.
He is involved in excavating, and he's like, I don't understand how we can beat the other company by 10 grand. And I'm like, dude, they have 200 fucking pieces of equipment. They have 50 guys.
Yeah.
They have a master plumber, and there's 2 of you.
Yes.
Like, that's why.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, he's like, I just don't get. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
And even if you called 5 guys that are all the same size,
Yeah.
say you call 5 guys that are all 6 to 10 trucks.
Yeah.
3 are going to be pretty close.
And one's going to be
outrageously high,
outrageous.
and one's going to be dirt cheap.
Yep, always.
Get rid of those 2.
Lead the guy in the middle. Yeah.
Pick one of the 3 guys in the middle.
Yeah.
And another thing people get hung up on a little too much these days is brand.
Yeah.
There's only 9 companies that make forced air equipment.
But aren't they all built by like kind of the same? You know how like
They're all,
you know
there's
how like
9 companies.
like you know
it's like General Motors and
You know,
Toyota.
like Fiat owns fucking everything, like Lamborghini and all the other shit.
There's only 9 companies that make it.
Right.
And the things you want to look for is 10-year warranty once registered. If they don't offer that, there's only 1 or 2 that don't buy that.
Yeah.
Nobody offers a labor warrant. No, there are a few that offer labor warranties through the manufacturer.
How long are those typically? Year?
You could buy them for whatever distance.
Yeah.
Most companies offer a 1-year guarantee on our workmanship.
That's what ours is too.
But here's the thing about that I always laugh. My workmanship.
Sure.
Now, if something breaks inside the furnace,
Not my fault.
it's not my workmanship.
Nah, I didn't build the machine.
Your parts are covered, but your labor's not.
Correct.
But yeah, the brand isn't as important as it used to be. I shouldn't say that because now if my brand ambassador, hey, you remember?
What do you have a preferred brand that you guys use? Everybody kind of has one.
We sell Lennox and we also sell ICP, which is it's now Heil. It used to be. We used to sell. Carrier owns Carrier, Bryant, and Payne. They also own ICP, International Comfort Products. Under ICP, I think there's 12 or 13 names.
Under that umbrella.
Exactly the same furnace.
Sold in a different fucking box.
The same box. Sometimes they show up at the supply house without a name on it. They got to pop the Temp Star tag or the Heil tag or the Arco Air tag. Crazy. We used to be Temp Star dealers. We are now Heil dealers. It's the exact same equipment. The reason for the change was there was a philosophy change with our old supplier, and I didn't agree with. I didn't like the way they were doing business any further. So I switched suppliers.
I like that you do that. So a lot of people don't stand on business like that.
Right. So I switched suppliers. I'm still selling ICP. It's still exactly the same as Temp Star. It's just called Heil. And then we also partnered with Lennox because there are some people that want to see that brand name. And Lennox has been a great partner for us. They're our newest
I use Lennox. I'll be honest. They've been a great partner.
Yeah, they're very good.
Anytime there's an issue, they step the fuck up.
Yeah, their support's very good.
Support's great.
That's the Heil supply house we're dealing with now. If I would have known what I know now, I would have switched to them years ago. The support is unmatched.
The support's great.
It's unbelievable. It's if I called one of them guys right now, they'd answer the phone. You know, if I've had one of their, he's their engineer. He lives in out in Beaver. We were doing a job in Aliquippa, and my guy was having some trouble with it. Rob said, "Where's he at? I'll stop and do it. I'll stop and help him." Not many people are going to do that.
About zero.
Or
especially on the company sides, like that big.
Yeah, when I'm a little guy, I'm not Tootie. I'm not.
I mean, dude, I'm small in my game. Like, I'm the same way.
Right. It's like
you compare me to NVR. We're two different.
Right. So for somebody to say, "Hey, yeah, we're going to come help you, Rob," you know,
that's great.
That meant a lot. They earned a lot for me. That, and when I call their tech support, there's 12 or 13 guys that answer the phone. The other place, 2.
Totally. Half the time you talk to my name, it's just some call center, some fucking other country.
But another thing that I used to never sell that we did start selling is labor warranties. I didn't believe in them because most of them.
I kicked this fucking idea around so many times because everyone tells me you got to sell an extended warranty package. I'm like, I don't think I want to.
Most of them were garbage. Or the other side is even like a really big insurance company backs a lot of them. And when you buy, especially like the home warranties like you're talking about, they're very good when it comes to microwaves, dishwasher, refrigerator.
Yeah, no doubt.
But when it has to cover a furnace or an air conditioner, they're garbage.
Why do you think that is?
I mean, so here, like when I used to do that work, and a lot of big companies have to do that work because they got so many employees they keep busy.
Right. It's another cash flow game.
Right. Yeah. So I come to your house. You got a home warranty.
Yep.
You got a furnace. It's 25 years old.
Yep.
Home warranty company says, I tell them, hey, look, this got a cracked heat exchanger. It needs replaced.
Yep.
They say, okay, we're going to offer the homeowner a like replacement. There is no like replacement. No. And they have partnerships. Well, we'll get him a pane. And he has to pay for duct modifications, electrical modifications, gas line modifications.
Because it no longer works.
Because it no longer works. And everything has to be modified for the new furnace to fit. So they spent $600 because of a partnership with some off-brand furnace. Payne's not off-brand, but some furnace. And now you, after paying your premium for 20 years, now you got to pay me $1,400, $1,500.
Yeah, right.
And then you could say, well, I don't want to do that because I don't want this brand of furnace. I don't even want that guy putting it in.
Yeah, right.
Then they'll say, okay, we'll give you a buyout for $400.
Thanks. Yeah.
So I got away from all that.
Yeah.
Recently, I found a company. They only offer warranties on my industry, heating and plumbing, heating, air conditioning, plumbing. That's it. Now, they cover all of it.
Yeah.
Generators, too.
Yep. You guys do those?
Yeah, we partnered with
That's like the new fucking.
we
I mean, I like it. I like it a lot.
We've partnered with Bean Electric.
Yeah, we do a lot.
And
we do
he handles the electric
more
side.
We do a lot of
handle the
rural
gas
buildings,
side.
so like it makes total sense for all of our customers.
Yep. But this company, and it's simple. I go online. I sell you the warranty. I go online. I put your information, your equipment information.
And is this sold by duration, like all the other ones, or
yeah?
Can you get
for example,
can you get a 6 year?
You could get a 1 year. You can get a 1 year renewable. Yep. You can get a 5 year. I tell everybody buy the 10 year because your parts warranty is 10 year. Get labor for 10 year.
Yep.
And then the beauty of this company is they cover the warranty, the labor, the trip charge, diagnostic fees, and they cover refrigerant. No other company covers refrigerant.
Not at all.
No. Your manufacturers don't. None that I found.
Interesting.
So that to me was a good partnership.
Yeah, totally.
And they're reasonable. I think typically for a furnace and air conditioner, 10 years is like $1,350. So $135 a year. The only thing you have to do is have maintenance done once a year.
Go with that.
You get to do that anyway.
Go with that.
So for $135 a year, you never come out of pocket again.
I'm good with that.
You know what I mean? So we started offering them recently. Heat pumps, it's a little more. It's like 15 something off the top of my head. We could put them on hot water tanks, tankless water heaters. We can put them on just about anything. And I can, because now I'm considered an elite dealer with them, I could actually bump that to 12 years. And it's only like $80 more.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing because I'm with you. I've never found it to actually be like, worth it.
Yeah.
Or ran ethically. Because there's a lot of bullshit that comes in that fucking world where it's like, oh, well, read the fine print. This is excluded. I'm like, there we fucking go.
We make
another bait and switch.
We make about 25% on them.
Gross.
On the front. Yeah, which isn't a ton.
No.
And then obviously
keeps the lights on.
That it promotes you calling me when you have a problem.
Yeah, because you don't have a 50% margin on it.
And the beauty of that is I consider writing my own. But if I die, you get a worthless piece of paper in your hand. Like all these companies that offer these labor warranties and stuff, these programs, what happens if they close?
You're fucked. It's non-transferable. All of them.
Right.
Yeah.
This, if I die or close, JB Warranty has other contractors that'll just pick it up.
So it's through that program like that. Oh, that's cool.
It's through their company.
Yeah, that's cool.
So they sign up
transfers to
right.
one of
That's
their
why
other...
I refer them to other HVAC guys.
Oh, that's cool.
Because then if something does happen to me, Harry at H&A can still handle your stuff.
That's fucking cool. That makes it worth it.
Right.
So
he didn't make any money on the sale of it, but if I'm gone...
Yeah, he's going to make money in the service of it.
Now you can't get a hold of me. You can call JB Warranty and they'll say, hey, this other company in your area can service you.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because 10 years, dude. Like,
lot could happen.
Because, like, I'm going to be honest, when I first started, we built a couple spec houses. And so, like, I looked at the city of Pittsburgh and, like, you can... owners WW, JD, 32, 56, LLC.
Yeah.
You can't fuck around and do that in the South Hills, dude. No. I found that out real quick.
Yeah.
They were like, listen, who built this house? Who the fuck is that? And then their next question was, well, what's the warranty going to be like?
Yeah.
Is he going to be around?
Yep.
So that was the light bulb moment for me. I was like, okay, brand here.
When I first got into business, I had a really hard time for that first 5 years getting Mr. and Mrs. Jones to hire us.
Totally.
Because that was the question. How do I know you're going to be here in 5 years?
Yeah.
I'll pay Beverly an extra $5,000 because they've been
around
here
for 40
years. They're going to be here for
100%. It's crazy that people are willing to do that. But it makes sense, though, from a consumer standpoint, because they're like, okay, I'm making a 10-year decision.
Yeah.
Rob, where the fuck are you going to be in 10 years?
Yep.
I don't know, but don't worry about it. This other, is
you're covered.
You're covered by a referral program of
whether I'm here or not. You're covered.
That's an easy sell.
Yeah.
The conversion has to be pretty good on that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We're still struggling to get more and more Mr. and Mrs. Jones, but it's been. See, I never really advertised.
Yeah.
And I never had a shop anywhere. Like I have a little warehouse down on a side street. We worked out of it.
Sure.
Not 25 in 2024. I bought a building on Brownsville Road. Mm-hmm. We got a big sign outside. Now people can associate me with a location, and it's really helped with that Mr. and Mrs.
Fuck
Jones.
yeah, 100%.
Because now to them, I'm a legit business.
100%.
As were before, they were like, well, where the hell is he?
Yeah.
On that alley. Wait a minute.
Well, this is business side. There's his house.
Yeah.
No, I get it. So all your business up until the 10 years, is it, like you said, primarily referral base? Is that all of it? You're 100% referral.
Referral. And now, we're online, so we get some Google, but still refer.
Google's you're just Google business page, though. You're not like Google SEO or like
Google
Google
I think
Ads.
I switched companies. They're going to be doing it.
Cool.
They asked me if I wanted them to do it.
You should.
In November. I said no.
Yeah.
I can't handle no more.
Learn it first. But
I couldn't handle no more work.
No, I hear you.
I said, if you start ponding me with more work, I can't even get to it.
When you turn the marketing on, you can't turn it off.
Right.
You can't turn it off.
I said,
because it takes 90 days to even start getting the motor hot.
I said, let's wait till we get through the year.
Yeah.
And the reason why we couldn't take on no more work is the 25C tax credit ends at the end of the year.
Gotcha.
So a lot of all that work has to be done by December 31st.
Absolutely.
So we are just hammered with that.
So do you plan to do some of that to get yourself from 5 trucks to 10? Is that the goal?
We'll do some, but
you're just looking
I'm
again.
happy.
You're looking to still build your referral base.
Yeah, I'm really happy with gradual growth.
Yeah.
I don't want to go from 2 trucks to 10 trucks overnight.
It's unmanageable, especially if you don't have a process.
Yeah, I know there's better ways of doing things.
Sure. But it doesn't matter.
But we're happy.
But I always look at it when you start to grow in business, people around you act like you can't relate anymore.
Yeah.
Which is fucking stupid. And I'm like, okay, what's your number one problem? They're like, well, this. I'm like, cool, I have that problem too.
Yeah.
But my problem, I'm like, my problem just costs 10 times yours. That's all.
Right.
That's the game. So I'm like, so when you grow and you come my seat, you're gonna have the same problem. It's just more expensive.
Yeah.
Like, that's where, like, I hate when people are always like, you're this big business, you can't relate. I'm like, bro, I'm not that big for my industry. And 2, I can definitely relate.
Yeah.
For sure. On all your problems.
I still see us as me and Chris running around in a truck.
Yeah.
I really do.
Good.
I treat every call like, man, I'm glad we got this. It's funny.
Do you think you can instill that in your team?
I think most of my team is there.
Awesome.
Super cool. If you watch the one episode of our podcast for the team members,
I'm going to want to get that info. I'm going to check it out.
Anthony said it the best. They asked, what do you like most about working here? He said, I got one boss.
Fuck yeah.
He said, I don't care about anything else. I got one guy to answer to.
Love it.
Because he's worked at some of the big companies where you have a boss, a dispatcher, an assistant to the boss, and a QI guy.
Oh, yeah. Real title heavy.
He goes, I got one person to answer to. He goes, if I did something wrong, I'm only getting yelled at by one guy. And usually I know why I'm getting chewed.
Yeah. It's not a fucking secret here.
Right. So, we put 6 episodes out. We're going to wait a few months and then probably do another 6, every 6 months.
Just make it a series.
Just put them out.
You can do podcasting the same way you do business.
Yep.
You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yep. And we're doing it more. I don't want it to be an infomercial.
Yeah.
It's all free information from them.
I make 0 off this.
Yeah.
0.
Yeah.
0.
It actually costs by the time you get
it costs me for sure.
Yeah.
But what I mean by it is there's people that'll reach out to you and they'll be like, hey man, that made a difference that day.
Yeah.
It was cool, man. I appreciate that episode. I didn't know that dude was going. That was cool, man. I'm starting a painting company. I talked to that guy. That was cool to hear, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, a lot of I have some friends that started out in small HVAC guys and still kind of are,
You know what? Any one of those guys, if you're a small HVAC guy, you have questions, I'm always open to help anybody.
Yeah, dude,
give me a call.
You're very intelligent in your business sense. What I really like, I'm glad this is the first kind of real conversation we've ever really had. We all know kind of the same people.
Yeah,
we talk.
We've run a scene. Hey, Brian. Hey,
for
Rob.
Sure, no doubt, man.
Never really time to actually talk.
We align very, very well with how we look at our companies, with how we see the future, with how we see business. Because again, I'm with you. Yeah. I don't want to do 100 homes a year.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
No.
There is a tipping point to us, which is very soon, and we're opening new markets, but it's like I don't have no dreams of. What's funny about it is when the impact ends, I'm done.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. Like, I know my clients. I know the importance of this. I go by your house, like, I know the importance of this, what you're doing with us. And like you, whenever you call, I'm thankful that you chose us. Like, I couldn't be more proud that you chose us. And, you know, it was like, you know, you talk to an NVR sales agent, they're like, yeah, I sold 4 houses yesterday. I'm like, do you even know their names?
Yeah.
Like, do you even know their fucking name?
You know what's wild?
Like, you're not going to be there when the house is done.
Right.
You're not going to be there when it started. Like, this is just a shuffle them through the door game.
Right.
Like,
you know what's hilarious?
That doesn't do shit for me.
Like I said, we're in year 10. I have customers from my first year that when they call, I still know their voice.
Yeah.
Jonathan, what's up? They're like, dude.
That was the coolest thing in my dad's business. My dad had customers that were
am.
36 years
Yeah.
old. How fucking amazing is that? How ridiculous is that, dude?
The hardest part for us, I think, is dealing with tenants.
Sure, they're awful.
Because property managers, landlords, they're telling them one thing.
Yeah.
And then they're calling me with demands, and I'm like, that can't happen.
100%. I can't even barely get my fucking tenants to even tell me what size filters in the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why, we're both investors. Right. If you have a helper, make them run around, get a list.
Oh, dude.
And just do it.
Yeah.
Do it yourself, because they're never going to do it.
I am drastically trimming down mine, where I'm like, I have some where I'm like, okay, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. I'm done with you. Okay, 2026 is the year to sell you, and you. And I'm keeping I'm going to keep like a core 7 or 8 or 9.
Yeah.
And I'm good with that, dude.
I'm done. I've got 10 in my own name.
Yeah.
By my own company, and I have a partner with some.
Yeah, I'm good, dude. I'm around the same.
Yeah.
I'm fucking fine.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I don't need to add
there's a total of like 24 doors.
I don't need to add to my bucket column of bullshit. That's all it. I mean, listen.
It's part of the retire. At first, I said, "Oh, that's my retirement package," but now
it's part of it.
Now it's part of it.
It's part of it.
Originally, it was it.
It's not.
But now it's part of it. Part of it.
It's part of it.
Right.
I'm the same as you. It's part of it. What I don't like in the part, I have some really, really good ones. I have some ones that perform well, and I have some other ones that are like, and I'm like C minus D area. Okay, you're out. Goodbye.
Yeah,
I'm done with you. I have some in Pleasant Hills, South Park, those areas. Great. Baldwin, they perform well.
Yeah.
Carnegie, fuck you.
I've actually got some.
You.
Same thing. I've got them everywhere from South Park all the way over to Neville Island and everything in between.
Yeah.
And some of the ones in some of the lower neighborhoods, like Mount Oliver, are my best producers.
Yeah, not my.
I don't. You know what, though? I set the expectation.
Sure, I don't.
I'm like, listen.
You know what? I made a big mistake on tenant decision this year. I should have pulled the plug on one, and I kept it. And I'm eating every fucking dose of shit.
I'm
eating every piece of shit that I deserve.
I've had that happen. If you've done it for more than...
I got an eviction on 20... Yeah, I got an eviction on 22nd. You know, it's the same shit. And I'm like, well, this turnover is going to be fucking $15,000.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah. I've had it happen multiple times. Yeah. It happens to everybody.
Totally.
No matter how good you are at it, it's bound to happen to anybody. Because as good as the best person is at screening and putting things together,
and I'm not
these folks are very good at scamming.
They're the best. They're the best. Yeah, they're the best. And, when you're a human being and you actually care, you're going to get fucked over. I mean, it's just the reality of it.
That's the only thing that sometimes makes me sit down and go, should you go bigger? Because I hate when someone calls and we're booked to the hilt and I can't get to you.
Yeah.
But then it's like, wait a minute, you're going to create that much more aggravation going against what you said is best.
And it's actually...
to help one more person.
It actually artificially creates scarcity for your company.
Yeah.
It's what it does. And you're not meant for everybody.
Right.
I'm the same way.
Personally and professionally.
No doubt, dude. Dude, I fucking no doubt, dude.
I am not everybody's cup of tea.
I am a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a lot to deal with. Yeah. You get me in a setting, I'm a lot to fucking deal with, dude.
Yes.
Mostly because,
ultimate chameleon.
Yeah,
whatever's
but
going
mostly because, no matter who you are, dude, I cuss a lot. And, that's just not in people's alleys, everybody. And I'm like, listen, I don't mean to offend you.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's just how I talk. I'm sorry. I sound uneducated. We can call it whatever you want. I'm just who I am.
When you get excited or you're passionate,
yeah, man.
The word fuck. There's
sounds great.
There's nothing else that can really say, I am passionate about this, and this is how I fucking feel right now.
I love what I do.
Yeah.
And I had this conversation with my wife yesterday about it. So over the last year or so, 2 years, I've really tried to make it a point to not bring work home.
Yeah.
I love my wife to death, man, and she gets the back end. She's not a businesswoman, but she's great at her craft.
Yeah.
But when you can't have the same conversations.
No.
And You know, she'll be like, oh, how was your day? It's a fucking nightmare. You know what I mean? Or you're just like, whatever. Now I'm like, but I go too far with it where like I don't share anything.
That's where we have a problem.
That's where I'm like trying to find that balance. She's like, well, you know, I was talking, you know, she came to our Christmas party and she was like, I was talking with Taylor. And she was like, well, you know, he told you. And she's like, no. And then, you know, he told you this story, didn't he? And she's like, no. And I'm like,
you know what's worse? When they try to talk to us about their stuff.
Yeah. And I'm like, what do you mean? You just stretch you the fuck out. This is easy.
Right. And like my thing is always like if I try to talk to my wife about something and she works for a big company and she says, well, we do this. I used to get mad. I'm like, why are you trying to tell me you're a $1 billion company? That does not relate to what I'm talking about.
I got a smidgen of $1 billion.
Right. And it's like, she's just trying to help.
Yeah.
She's trying to.
She's coming from a loving place.
Right. And but when you're in that heat of the mind, the roller coaster mind fuck that's going on, it's really hard when you're passionate and you care. But then, like, I've been thinking, like, hunting season just ended. That's a lot of time in the woods by yourself. Man, have I thought about just, it's like, man, I've really been an asshole.
Yes.
And it's like,
I've been an asshole for a long time.
For a long time.
Long fucking time.
Yeah.
Long
I don't know
time.
what she...
I don't know why she even deals with this shit.
this because my wife and I, we met December 31st of 1997.
It's amazing.
God bless her.
Amen.
She,
I say the same of mine.
you know, friends of mine call her Saint Lori.
Same with me. Everyone's like, I don't know how you deal with this fucking dude, man. Like,
because like you, I'm a lot. And it's,
but I'm like, my wife even said it. Like, you can't be around a weak person. Like, even this morning, like, I got home from the gym and, like, she didn't get up and go for a walk. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
I made her get out of bed when I got home at 6:45. She went out 7 degrees and went on her fuck. I was like, get the fuck, what are you doing?
Yep.
I ain't no days off in this shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I've been slacking.
it's...
I know why, hunting season.
Sure. 100%.
Because I spend so much time in the woods.
It's good.
You know,
need it, though.
I need it. From September through to whenever
there needs to be a time. So my time's the summer because I love the water.
Yeah.
So like they know I'm at 4 o'clock. I'm out the door. You know, I'm not staying till 6:30. I'm not staying till 6. Like I make it a point, and I get those 5 months.
Yeah.
You know, and they're extremely important to me. From November to March or April, it is fucking go time.
Yeah.
It is balls to the wall. We are making massive fucking moves here.
Yeah.
Like we are making a lot going on. And it's worked for me because that is a little bit of our slow period, so I can make adjustments. I can do process things. I can do more business moves, and we're full go in June, July, August. So I'm like, all right, guys, you guys figure this out.
Over the last few years, and I've realized that this year, and again, all that dead time in the woods, I've thought about. I've worked less. Like I said, I get a lot of hours. I'm at the shop no later than 6 in the morning. I'm usually there at 5:30. Yep. But if I leave at 3:30, I'll answer my phone for a while, but I don't take my laptop home like I used to. I used to take...
Me too.
I'd work till 10, 11 o'clock at night because I was afraid something wouldn't be done.
Me too.
And it takes you some time to realize that there's tomorrow.
It's still going to be there.
It's still going to be
there.
there.
I'm going to have a plate that still has shit on it.
Right.
Yeah.
No matter what. And even if I get everything cleared off the desk, as soon as my guys walk in, every one of them hands me a stack of paperwork from the stuff and it's like, hey, Jesus.
Back to it.
Yeah. So it's like, why stress over trying to get it all done every day? It's first of all, it's impossible.
Yeah.
Second of all,
it's an artificial illusion.
If you're only living to work, what's the point?
Yeah.
You know, so I've learned to take more time, to take more vacation time, and, you know, to sometimes do nothing.
100%. I love doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at it.
I'm actually pretty decent at it now. Yeah, no. Dude, I mean, I'm on the fucking move, man. And like on Sunday, no, I don't want to do shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I golf on Sundays in the summer.
Well, in the winter, like right now, I'm like, my wife's like, what do you want to do? I was like, I don't want to fucking do anything. I'm
like, 5 degrees outside.
I was like, it's 6 degrees. I want to fucking lay here on this couch. That's what I'm going to do. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to read a little bit of a book. Yeah. Read a book. I'm going to fucking walk around a little bit. I'm going to piss around on a project for 2 minutes, and I'm going to go back to laying on this couch.
I don't have kids. I might not even put pants on.
Yeah. I'm going to do nothing. That's where I'm at. And it's enjoyable, man. You know, you will get lost in this game.
Yeah.
If you allow it.
Yep.
You know, and I help a lot of people nowadays in the game, and the biggest thing for most people is they won't get out of their own way.
Yeah.
You know, and all of us come from a scarcity mindset.
Yeah.
And until we start to kind of maneuver ourselves, and, you know, I told my wife that I was like, you've seen me when I started our business in 2013. It was different in 2010.
Yeah.
It was different in 2013. It was different in 2017. It's just like a business. Like, you're different at $1 million than you are at 3 million.
Right.
You're different at $500,000 to $1 million.
Yeah.
You're a different person.
Yeah.
You had to level up to get there.
I mean, I think you're the same person.
Correct.
I just think you learn more.
That's what I mean.
And learn better how
you
to
have better
deal
tendencies.
with. Right.
You have a better mentality.
You have an idea of what mistakes are going to come
Correct.
before they come.
You're
and
a lot
it's crazy
more,
when you're still surprised. It's like, I didn't even know that was possible that you could make that
those
mistake.
are big ones. Those are big ones.
How?
Yeah.
Hey, you've been doing this 30 years.
Yeah.
For me, for 10, how did you possibly do this for the first time today?
Yeah. When that happens to us, it's a fucking big one.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh boy, that was a big one, dude. I was like, oh fuck, that's like a big number. Oh shit, dude.
And it's sometimes.
Yeah, we made a lot of fucking mistakes this year doing just trying to allow clients a little bit more freedom.
Yeah.
And that drastically backfired on us.
The big model for a lot of the trades, especially in our industry, good, better, best, economy,
Yeah.
or you get 3 options, 4 options. And I'll do that if people want it, but I just tend to try to listen to what they're telling me. And I try to say, listen, this is what I think you're best. If you want another option, I'll give you one.
Yeah, because we're trying to get them out of their own fucking way.
Right.
Like, it's really what we're trying to do.
Like,
we're trying to get you out of your own way, dude.
When my wife wants to paint a wall, I go to Home Depot and pull out 3 cards and say, look, these are the 3. What shades are you looking for?
This is the Ryan Holmes option here.
Right. What 3 colors
A,
are you
B, or
thinking?
C?
Green, orange, and yellow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
These are the 3 I'm willing to.
I get it.
Here's 3 oranges. Here's 3. That's it. Just narrow it down to it. And then, because if you sit there in front of that color palette that's a half a mile wide,
you're mind fucked.
you'll be there for,
Yeah, it's your mind fucked.
and I just don't got the patience for it. Or I'll say, you know what, go pick a color. Let me know.
Yeah, I'm not a designer. A lot of my friends are like that who own construction companies. They look at this shit like an artist. I'm like, bro, I'm in this for the fucking business.
Yeah.
I don't fuck around. But
Our worst enemies.
like, I don't play designer. I don't play
Our worst enemies are
artist.
designers and architects.
Yeah, dude. For mine,
Because
mine are architects too.
Because like your duct has to be run certain ways.
Sure.
You need to have your returns on one side, supplies on the other side. And then if you're building a weird closet or something, then you have to work around that. And then a designer will come in and say, well, I think that's a good place for this.
Yeah.
Well, that's where your return air goes.
Yeah, can't do that.
Can't you move it? Well,
Now we're on
sure, all the
mountains.
walls are closed.
Yeah, no big deal.
You're going to open that wall,
Yeah.
put a new LVL there. Yeah,
We'll cut all the ductwork out. You're good. Yeah,
it's a nightmare.
totally. I know.
It is a nightmare.
I know. Believe me. I live in that nightmare.
Oh,
Yeah.
like we looked at a job. I sent one of my guys to look at a job yesterday or Friday, and I looked at the pictures this morning, and we're quoting a new furnace. But the furnace that's in there is an atmospheric furnace. There's no blower motor. It just makes heat, and the heat goes through the duct. That duct is this big.
I was going to say, it has to be just fucking gigantic.
And there's no trunk
It's
line.
not forced.
Yeah, there's no trunk line. It's just a box with a bunch of giant, looks like a big octopus.
Yeah, I've seen this.
And a new furnace will never fill that. You'll have no
remotely.
pressure.
No.
So I have to get down there and measure it out for all new duct.
Oh, boy.
Now, luckily, it's one of the programs, and I contacted them, and I said, listen, I could put a furnace in at the numbers that we...
Yeah.
And she said, no, I know we're going to have problems. Go down and measure it up for what
Totally.
it needs. But if that was...
This is a 1910 pile of shit down here.
Oh, man. The furnace is 68 years old.
That's crazy, dude. Do you think do you even think a new furnace could last that long?
No.
Yeah.
But
it's
it's
not
just-
built to, right?
It's...
So can you...
I don't think it's not...
What do you... I'm interested now. What makes the difference of an older HVAC unit or furnace compared to now? Because, dude...
Same thing as a car.
Elaborate.
In the 60s and 70s and prior, you could fix your own car in your driveway
Very true.
because everything was mechanical.
Very true.
And if you didn't know how to do it, it came with a book to tell you how to do it.
Very true.
A
Now
furnace
everything's...
was the same way.
electronic.
Everything was pulleys
Yep.
and belt-driven motors and everything. Now everything's direct drive, driven by a computer.
Yep.
Old furnaces did not produce condensation.
Correct.
New ones do, and sometimes the things for that break. Now you get things that rust out.
Yep.
I hate to say
Do you think that we went backwards?
Depends.
Yeah.
We went backwards in making things last as long.
That's what I mean.
But
More
things are
efficient.
much more efficient.
Yes.
Does that quotient match up? Not in my opinion.
I don't think so either.
So you could have had a 60% efficient furnace from the 50s and paid $1,000 for it.
Yeah.
Or you're doing $7 or $8 for one that's 98. So again, we talked about that 30,000. Where's that line of where's the return on investment? But we can't go back.
I agree with you.
We're never going to go back.
Can't.
The energy codes are not going to allow it. I mean, back then all they wanted to do was heat.
That's all I want fucking now.
But I mean, they didn't have central air.
I get it.
So the ductwork wasn't really designed for central air.
It was not. Yeah.
That's a big thing. You know, people come in, they have an old house, they had a furnace,
They want to go from a
add
boiler.
central air.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, in order for this to work, I need to open walls to get returns upstairs.
Yeah. Way more of a pain in the ass than you think it is.
And listen, we're not demo guys and we're not drywall guys.
Yeah.
I will refer you to a few people, and that's separate from me.
We're going to come in here and fuck these things up.
If you want, because first of all, if it's an old house like that, that's lat.
It's plaster.
Yeah. My guys are going to stick a Sawzall in there and make a big old mess.
Gigantic.
We need to open a hole
fest.
this wide, and it's going to bust it out like this.
It's gonna be
Have the
dust
drywall
everywhere.
guy come and do it. He'll do it nice and neat so that he can put his drywall back in nice and neat. And that I don't know what that costs because I don't do it.
Totally.
And to be honest, I don't care what that cost. But I know it's a big cost.
Yes.
On top of the furnace. The
Well,
air
it makes
conditioner,
your
and-
service now roll into 5 different other things.
Right.
Painter, drywall guy, maybe
Mud
need some
guy.
maybe need some insulation back there now. You know what I mean? Like it's just
Because again, when you open that wall, now you got to deal with the energy codes.
Yep.
If I'm running duct up there, you have to put insulation behind the duct.
it's a spiral.
Yeah, so they went from spending $12,000 to $30,000 just to make it work on a second floor. And it's tough, you know. But again, it's only tough because you care.
Totally.
If you didn't care, you'd say, "All right, Mr. and Mrs. Jones,
Here you go. Here's the number.
I got contractors here. They're going to cost you $5,000. He's going to cost you $10,000. He's going to cost you $10,000, and mine's $30,000. So now this system's going to cost you $50,000. Well, my house is only worth $60,000.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a shame, but you know.
What do you see for the future of HVAC? More regulations?
I don't know how many more they could put in.
I know.
Equipment's already 98% efficient.
Crazy. How do they keep raising the price? How does that happen?
The cost of the materials is part of it. The technology is part of it. Right now, we flew things
Because now it's going to be you can operate everything from your phone, and you can do this, and you can do that.
It's going to get to the point where a technician's not going to have to come to your house to diagnose the problem.
100%. I was going to get into that a little bit. Do you think AI is going to be incorporated into it?
It's already in parts of stuff.
Yeah.
Right now, we flew furnaces with PVC. That's going away. It's going to be polypropylene really soon because the flue gases that are coming out are too hot. So if you've ever been in a basement, you see PVC and it's turning brown.
Yep. Singed.
Right. Yep. So most of the manufacturers are going to switch us to polypropylene real soon. So now instead of buying a $18 stick of solid core PVC because you're not allowed to use the foam anymore, now we're going to have to spend $30 or $40 on a stick of polypropylene, which means different glues, different everything.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I think the worst thing our industry has done, maybe for us and plumbers, is the combi boiler.
I'm sorry?
The combi boiler, where you have a boiler and a hot water heater in one machine.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know anybody that likes them in the industry.
I don't understand
I don't even know. They cause a lot of problems.
Yeah, because even with people that want all these boilers and shit, you still have to have heat pumps and stuff. Like, you still need all the same shit.
Well, if you see what's popular with the Bardoniums is they'll put the in-floor heat.
Yeah.
The only thing you need a heat pump for is the AC side. Radiant heat is the healthiest heat for you.
Totally. We just did a whole house of it.
Yeah, it's the healthiest heat for you.
It was $75,000 fucking dollars.
It's a lot more expensive. It's a lot more expensive.
The craziest shit was
But
what
the
they were
ROH
charging for the baffles.
Oh yeah.
The fucking baffle markup is, I don't
Yeah.
even want to get into that.
Yeah.
I was fucking pissed.
See, a lot of people, you're singling out the baffles because I'd be willing to bet that whomever you hired to do the job uses a takeoff company.
Wow.
There are companies out there,
Yeah.
they advertise to me every day.
Yeah.
We will design your systems and we'll show you all the takeoffs and we'll blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, I do that myself because I don't need to make 40% on the baffle and 10%. Look, I build the job.
Spread it out evenly.
All right, this is the job.
Yeah.
This is what I have in labor. This is how much I need to
sure.
make. The whole job. I'm not, again, it's down to you're worried about nickels and dimes.
Yeah.
It
was just wild because we ended up doing with it, and like, I didn't even negotiate it down, but it was just like, we started looking at what they were charging. I was like, dude, you can get a baffle on Amazon for like fucking $50.
Yeah, but you got to be careful buying on Amazon.
For sure. It's
because a lot of times too, you're not
wild
paying.
System, though.
You're not paying for the baffle. You're paying for the engineering.
Yep. That's exactly what they end up saying, and you're paying for the engineering of the baffling and all that stuff, which made sense.
Yeah, and like a lot of times, like I saw something on social media not too long ago where a guy made a post. It was in the summertime, and it said, "Why is this $20 capacitor $400?" And the guy broke down the whole cost for his business.
Totally,
and it's like, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah,
and
reality, bud.
And when they showed the full breakdown, they actually made like $8 on it.
Oh, for sure.
Out of $400 after you whittled all the way down, it's $8 is what they actually made.
That's why I was telling everyone about business and shit. I was like, everybody wants to throw around the revenue. I'm like, are you profitable?
Yeah.
You actually make money.
Yep.
Cool. You did 10 million.
How much did you
10 million successful or like 10 million, 2 million in debt? Like, where are we at here?
Just like my retirement, I'm taking a slightly different approach to my retirement. I'm saving money, but more than save money is I'm paying off debt.
Yeah.
I'll be debt free in 3 years.
Sure. Which is good.
I mean, I'll have some business debt. I'm saying personal. I'll be debt free in 3 years. If I don't have to pay a mortgage, now I can save an obscene amount of money without having all that debt. And when I talked to my advisor about it, he said, most people don't do that, but if you could do that, you'll be in a much better position.
100%. That's what I started doing was like, and that's what I was talking about doing was most of my real estate, I probably won't keep forever.
Yeah.
But there's 2-3 pieces. There's 2 pieces I probably will. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to sell these 7 houses, 8 houses coming up this year. Do I just pay off mine?
Yeah.
Instead of throwing into the stock market and making, because stock market's doing well.
Now,
No.
but a Chinaman farts in, Tibet and
Totally.
gone.
I'm with you there. I'm totally on
That was the whole reason I got in real estate in the first place,
Yep.
because I control it.
Yep. Ish.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like anything else, man.
We're all guessing.
Things
We're
are
all
always
guessing
gonna
and
change.
playing.
Nobody
We're just
knows.
all guessing and playing.
Somebody knows, and that guy's keeping it secret.
Yeah, well, we'll meet that guy one day, maybe.
Yeah.
No. I like it, man. I really love what you got going on. We align in a lot of ways, and it was cool to have the conversation about this stuff, man. It's exciting. It doesn't matter what level you're playing the game on. You're playing the game that you love.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell people. Like, I know a lot of motherfuckers, man, that complain about their day-to-day lives.
I love mine.
I don't complain about shit. The way I phrase it now is I'm getting everything I asked for.
Yeah. Even when I complain, it's really not complaining.
No.
It's just verbalizing the frustrations.
That's it. I'm just getting out my frustration here.
Because if I don't say it, it's going to explode.
Yeah. If not, I'm going to try to rip my steering wheel out on the way home. You know what I mean?
But it is. It's what you bargained for.
Yeah. We are getting everything we ever wanted.
Right.
And
even when I first started, I interviewed their competitors now. Back then, they were just mentors.
Sure.
And I asked them, hey, where's your stance on how big I should get if I do this? And most of the guys were like, listen, I went to 30 and 40 guys, and I went back down to 10. They said, but you need to make a decision. You just stay less than 20 or go more than 50.
Yeah, there's that in-between area will kill you.
That in-between
area
will kill you. You do nothing but chase.
It'll kill you.
He said, stay small or go real big.
Yeah.
And the more I thought about it, I worked in real big with Coca-Cola.
It's tough.
I don't want to do that.
No, I don't want to do that. No, I had a very similar conversation. I talked to a very large construction company in about 2017, and they went from 50 million to 100 million. And I said, would you do it again? He said, I'd go back to 50 million because I made more money.
Yep. Less aggravation, too.
Yeah, less personalities.
Less personalities.
Yeah, I don't need all that shit.
Yep.
Well, awesome, man. I really appreciate you coming on, dude. It was a great conversation.
Yeah,
I
anytime.
love seeing what you got going on because it was easy to relate. All your decision making stuff is the same way I do it, and our companies should meet each other because we're land of the misfits too, man. And, no, I really thank you for taking your time out and coming in here and sharing your story, dude. And I wish you all the best in your next growth years and some stuff like that. I look forward to paying attention to it. And I wish you guys all the best and happy holidays to your team and everything.
Thanks, you too.
Awesome,
appreciate you having me, and good luck to you guys as well.
Love it.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yep.